The 40 Lessons Podcast is a Shining Starlet Entertainment production.
Time for another week of life, love, and everything in between on the 40 Lesson Podcast. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another week of love, life, and everything in between on the 40 Lesson Podcast. It's your boy, 40 Lessons. Hey, baby.
Hey.
She back again. So Crystal's back on the show by popular demand. I mean, the numbers don't lie. I don't know. But this was a good topic to invite you back to the show. So thank you for gracing us with your presence once again.
You're welcome.
You know what we're talking about today?
I don't know. Surprise me.
Social media and relationships.
Okay.
Nothing has killed relationships more than Facebook. Facebook and Instagram has done them in. But we're going to talk about a few things. In reference to social media and relationships and how people should conduct themselves, and maybe share a little bit of what we do and how I stay out the doghouse on social media and things of that nature. I guess one of the things we can get into that, by doing the show, you join me on the podcast. You join me every now and then on Relationship Wednesday. We got pictures on our page. We tag each other on Facebook and IG. I'm a public person. I'm an open book. Right. If I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna enjoy my relationship how I like to enjoy my relationship. If you don't see that person no more, we broke up. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem telling you, like, that people be inboxing me. Hey, I ain't seen no picture. Yeah, she gone, dog.
Right,
yeah. That she ain't.
Hopefully we don't have that problem.
No, we. Well, I've been threatened certain times in my life in this relationship, so something is telling me that this is. I've been told this is blood in and blood out. I'm not allowed to leave this one, so I'm here.
Put the hashtag in front.
Yeah. That's on life, is what you told me, right? Yeah. So whether I'm a hostage or willingly, I'm here. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, if you got to be a hostage to somebody, a woman as beautiful as you is not a bad situation to be in. And kidnap me. But back to what I was saying. So, how do you feel about the public viewing of our love? How was that for you when you figured out, oh man, this dude is an open book for real?
It was different because I'm very private.
Oh, okay.
It was very different. And I usually don't expose my personal business on social media like that. Especially not relationships. So this was different. I felt like this was it.
So you felt comfortable doing it because you felt like this is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how is that for a turn of events for a private person to be that vulnerable and open themselves up to people they know, people they don't know, and you don't know whether it's we thinking it's congratulations in most part, but we know there's some haters out there too. So it's a few people that didn't make the cut probably looking on both sides, and they got stuff to say or not say, and and then it's not always the case. I've had some people say, hey, I'm happy for you, glad something worked out, so you get it on both sides. Not to say that everybody bitter because they're not,
right?
But how did you get to the point where you like, I'm gonna roll with this how it comes?
I think it was after our trip when we went to Puerto Vallarta. I got a chance to come home and decompress and think about what I have and what we were doing. So I was okay with letting people know that I was in a relationship.
That this was the guy.
Yeah, I was very comfortable with that.
Oh, okay. Well, good. It's good. I'm happy to hear that. Brother must did something right. You know what I'm saying?
You did.
Oh, okay.
Still are.
I'm still cutting the grass.
Yeah.
Listen, you threaten a man right. He will do everything.
I didn't threaten him.
Lies and fallacies. Threatened on a daily basis. I was threatened before the taping. I'm just saying. But no, seriously though, it's for me. I'm the type of cat where I've got to the point now where I'm just kind of like, if she yours, say so. If he yours, say so. And I mean, to each his own. I know a lot of couples, they be like, nah, I'm good. They do the different type of posting. They'll post the plates of two people, but you'll never see who in the picture.
Right.
Like you'll see two shadows or you'll see two hands. You know what I'm saying? You might see some feet watching a movie, but you'll never see the faces of the people. I guess that's easy for deletion purposes if the relationship don't work out.
That's very
you just
easy.
getting rid of hands, feet, and toes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't really no big deal. One of the other things that as you was like, this is mine. This is my man now. I noticed something when we got more official. I started getting friend requests from a few of your friends.
Oh, Lord.
Now, fellas, let me help you to understand what's transpiring here when you start getting friend requests from her friends. This is the detective squad that has come to inspect your Facebook or IG to its most thorough point of checkticity. They are gonna find whatever may be hiding in your social media atmosphere. They will all come back together and convene. A report will be given, and a vote of confidence will be given on you one way or the other. Is that somewhat of what would transpire, baby?
I'm not gonna say that's 100% accurate.
65% accurate,
maybe.
Oh, okay, all right. So what's that? How is it for a woman to let her friends into her man's world or to be okay? Do you give your girls the go ahead to send a friend request, or do they just do it because they see him being tagged in your pictures? Is there a conversation for that? Because the dude get the request and he like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, if I decline it, I might get in trouble. If I accept it, I might get in trouble. Men just stand there like, screenshot, text. Cause that's what I did to you.
Did you tell her the first
I screenshot every time my name would come up and I ain't know the name. I'll look at her page and I see one of her friends. I screenshot, send it to her. Hey, is this cool? Can I accept this friend request? I was like, I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? So there's a conversation. There's
a conversation that's being had.
Okay, and you have people you safe with that you cool with that.
You wouldn't meet those that I'm not safe with. And if I wasn't safe with, you would know ahead of time.
Got you. So. Okay. All right. And so now...
And most of my circle is not like that.
Right. So let's move into do's and don'ts in social media then. So now, some of her friends are on your page. Mm-hmm. She's being exposed more to the people that's on your page. And some of my friends may friend you, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. And, we talk about who those people are. Mm-hmm. And you'll know who's certified, who ain't certified, things of that nature. What's the do's and don'ts in that situation? So you watching his daily interaction or you watching her daily interaction. What are things that a woman don't want to see her man doing on social media?
Liking a half-naked woman.
A half-naked woman. So now let's clarify half-naked. Okay?
Yeah,
so,
let's do that.
Let's see. The brothers, the men, not me, I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost, filled with the Holy Spirit. But I'm sure there's a few men out there that need clarification on what half-naked may be. A woman enjoying a vacation on the beach in a bathing suit, that's
half-naked.
That's half-naked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Outfit might be
inappropriate outfits,
crop tops, halter tops. What percentage of skin should we be staying away from?
Why is there any skin really shown besides arms and legs?
Now, the algorithm sends whatever is through his feed. He has no control of what comes in his feed. All he has control of is the like or the heart. And we'll get into the like and the heart in a minute, because that can cause problems, whether it's a like or whether it's a heart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So half-naked women off the table.
Yeah, you don't want to be liking a picture of a woman. Can he like
the picture of a woman that's fully clothed?
I guess, yeah.
Does it have to be his auntie or mama? I mean, what's the rules on that?
No,
She should be doing something neutral, I take it.
Yeah, I mean.
Reading a book.
Yeah, reading the book.
Feeding the homeless.
Feeding the dog.
Hey, man, I'm trying to help y'all out. Y'all laugh. I'm serious, bro. Listen, y'all should be taking notes on this stuff. This is easy work I'm trying to give y'all right now. Okay, cool. So they, just neutral items.
Yeah.
So if she in the picture fully clothed, but you can see it's a sexy pic. She feeling herself in the pic. That little leg up pose or something in front of the restaurant, should like that one.
No.
should probably pass on that one.
Yes.
If it's a vanity pic.
If you don't want to talk about it.
If you don't, that's a good point you just gave right there, baby. Fellas, if you think it could possibly cause a conversation, you might want to pass on that one.
40 Lessons, a coach for life. For life coaching services, contact Dumisani Solwazi at thereal40lessons@gmail.com. That's thereal40lessons@gmail.com.
And it's a no-no to like anything like that of the friends.
Oh no, we can't do that.
Oh man,
that's too close.
That's too close.
It's a circle, yeah.
Because it's uncomfortable for a woman, for her man to be thinking her friends are cute and stuff, right?
I mean, you can think my friends is cute. You keep that to yourself, though. I think that, but you do have some couples that would like each other's friends' pictures if they have a bathing suit on or dress a certain way. They're okay with that in their relationship. In my relationship, I am not okay with that.
So that's definitely a conversation they should have amongst each other of what their tolerance is.
Yeah.
And I think that's really where we're going with it is what's your tolerance level? And you got to be honest about your tolerance level.
Yeah.
Because if something is making you uncomfortable and you're not talking about it, that's a big deal.
Because he's going to keep doing it. And
absolutely. What about if you see your man or your woman trying to get too much attention?
See, again, I'm personal. So I don't seek that type of attention.
Right.
I don't need it. That may be a problem for me.
That may be a problem.
Why do you need that much attention?
And attention is just
reaching all the time.
Posting for just seem unnecessary posts.
No meaning to it.
No meaning to it. You just trying to make yourself look good and get likes. Yeah, because that kind of speaks to something not being balanced or settled within the relationship, or you're not getting some attention from somewhere that you should be getting attention from, and that could cause a problem.
Yes,
and things of that nature. So I mean, it's funny that type of thing transpires. And how would you address that if you saw that happening? If you saw, because if people watch my page now, if you was to do an analyzation of my page, my posts when I was single don't look the same now that I'm in a relationship.
Right. I've dissected.
I told y'all fellas, they be watching. They be watching. My tone changed. And I'm saying that because your tone should change. I still update my profile picture and things of that nature. Right now, my profile picture is you. My cover is you, So, I mean, but there's times where it's just me or the kids and that's fine. But I don't post unnecessarily, like you get tons of pictures of me all the time, but they come directly to you. I don't need to put them in the atmosphere. There's no need for other people to have that. I'm not trying to attract any unwanted or unnecessary attention. I'll say that. There's no need to do that. And I don't see you do anything of that nature either. And another thing is it kind of keeps friction down because you send the wrong signals to people watching the page.
Absolutely. And I think that's why you and I have that conversation. Like when we went to Puerto Vallarta, I was like, ooh, can I post this? So I don't, No,
you ain't posting that one.
And he was like, no, we're not posting that. I'm like, okay. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to post something to make you feel
absolutely. And I appreciated the respect that was given. And it's not a control. And people don't get me wrong. It's not a control thing.
No.
It's when you decide. I tell people all the time, when you decide to get into these relationships and commitments that's going to move towards marriage and things of that nature, you have to take into consideration the person that you're with, and that person's opinion and thoughts and feelings should be very high priority for you. It should matter. And if you're not willing to take another person's opinions and thoughts and considerations into your consideration and how you treat them, then maybe relationships and marriage is not the thing for you. You might want to decide to just be by yourself, do your thing, however you want to do it. So that's real good right there. So the like and the heart button. Is it a difference in the buttons?
It is. That's why it's there.
So what does like? Like is just general.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let's back up. If I post a picture of me, you expect people to like that picture. When you see hearts on that picture, you feel a little
okay.
A little.
Okay. Why we gotta talk about that?
I'm just asking. I'm helping people to understand the difference between likes and hearts.
I mean, if if you post a picture of yourself and there's a heart, like, and the heart, like, is consistent of an individual all the time.
You can see those. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, fellas, I'm trying to help y'all to understand. Your woman don't miss nothing. They ain't missing nothing.
And it be like, it's okay, why she keep, okay, she done did it again. Okay, but you didn't heart this one, and I was in this one, but you just liked it.
People don't do that.
Women do.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah,
they would heart a picture of me by myself, but not with you in it?
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing. No, we don't need to find out. I'm just saying. That's just interesting. That's just an interesting theory and research that was conducted there. I mean, so that's the difference in the heart and the like. So the like is kind of like, oh, cool, nice picture.
Hey.
The heart is like,
I love this picture. They look really nice.
Whoa, amen. Praise the Lord.
Is working
that
on
beard
you.
is that. Whoa, say something to me.
It'd be
a little much going on. It's some whole commentary behind that heart, huh? Wow. So that's interesting. So I guess one of the other things I was thinking, so as these relationships get to moving, right? At what point does our page, your page, my page, merge to more of our page? Does that happen?
So, I mean, I think pages should stay separate, although you're married, because you still are who you are, right?
Okay.
Just because one is married, I don't think that we should have to have the page together. You should still be able to have your own page.
Have your own individuality.
Yeah, you want the password? Sure, you can have it, But just to be able to have your own page. It's like your page is who you are, kind of,
Absolutely.
So,
So nothing wrong with having access.
Nothing wrong with having access.
But you should be able to be an individual and have your own personality in a respectful manner.
I think so. And for your social media page.
People who share pages?
I do.
And what have you thought of those couples that share pages?
It's weird because I don't know who's posting.
You don't know who's posting. Yeah. Interesting. But do they post individual stuff? Or when the posting happens, is it always about them? No,
they post individual stuff. One may post about basketball, the game they went to.
And it looks weird because you're like, is Dana posting about basketball?
Yeah, exactly.
Or you see a wedding dress come up and you be like, I know good and well Greg is not into this Vera Wayne wedding dress he just posted on this page.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. That's interesting. But overall, if you was given a grade on social media, how have I done so far on social media? What's my social media grade?
You get an A.
I get an A.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see what you get.
Oh, Lord.
You get a C minus.
I get a C
minus. No, I'm just playing. I'm just messing with you. No, you get an A as well. Honestly, we have not had any major discussions about social media.
Not major, but we've had discussions.
Not major. I've been questioned a few times about things that are out of my control.
And then they disappeared.
Out of my control. I ain't made no phone calls, no email, no text. I guess, I just continue with my tone and tenor, and I think things just eventually, move as God intended to move. So, I mean, but most of all, what I want to get fellas to understand is keep yourself out of trouble. Mm-hmm. If it was going to be something that, we really talked about, you got to watch. You got to be conscious. Like, I try to make sure. And things come in your feed all the time. Sometimes it's harmless. Sometimes, sometimes you can be scrolling and your hands just automatic when you're scrolling. You ain't even, but you got to pay attention to what you liking and what you not liking because it could be an issue, or a conversation at least. It could be a conversation. I try to make sure I never like any woman in a bathing suit. Like, and one of the things that fellas should think about doing is when you get to the point that you're committed, you should really get rid of those exotic pages you have. And, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with enjoying the beauty sculpture of women. Mm-hmm. They have pages for that purpose, for men to be there to look at them and celebrate, their bodies and things of that nature. But when you have a woman, I think those pages should be very few in between on your feed, because if you're just inundating yourself with that stuff all day,
that's your feed all day.
That's your feed all day. And I don't think some guys understand that feeds temptation, because you constantly pumping. It's like sugar. You constantly pumping all this sugar. Eventually, you're going to go get something sweet. And it may not be your woman, because you getting all this
preparation.
You getting all this. But if you shape your page and your social media feed to look like the life you're trying to live, it should, my social media feed is more coaches. My Facebook is personal, so I just go with whatever people post, and my friends are my friends. You do something I don't like, I just unfollow you. You'll never know it. It's all cool. You can do it in your own world. I ain't gotta see it. I don't complain about it. I just unfollow you or put you as an acquaintance, and you don't see my stuff, and I don't see your stuff, and everybody in the world is happy. So if y'all ain't seen my stuff in a while, sorry. It's just the way it goes. But on my IG, you can kind of scope what you see on IG. So, that's mostly, I see coaches. I got a lot of motivational stuff coming through the page. People who talking about money, social activists and things of that nature. And that's what I see, and the friends we share and stuff like that. Other podcasts, so that's kind of what my feed is. And I think that's what people should try to do. I think that helps you stay focused on your goals and what you're trying to do. Anything else you would give people as social media? What would you tell the women?
The 40 Lessons podcast is executive produced by Shining Starlet Entertainment. For production consults, go to www.shiningstarlet.com.
How to respect their man on social media. What would you say to women?
I mean, you can't take away from who they are, right? So you still should be able to post things and still enjoy having a social media page, but
but are they allowed to be half naked?
The woman? No. I mean, again, that goes back to that conversation where their terms are. Maybe her man is okay with, his woman showing off her body. Maybe he's happy to show off his woman on social media.
And if so, that's cool.
That's cool for
sometimes that brings uninvited attention, though.
It's always going to bring uninvited attention.
It's going to people in them to them DMs.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How do you handle the DM? I don't mind. Mine's a desert. Nobody's checking for me. But hold up, babe. Why you roll your eyes like that?
Because only you can see that. So I don't.
My word is bond. I'm T'Challa. But my DM dry. Ain't nobody checking for me. How do you handle your DM? How do you?
I don't respond.
You just don't respond? You just leave them in the idle position?
I don't confirm requests. I don't respond.
That's cool. And I think, listen, I would tell guys, if you don't know the person, don't accept the request. Now, my 40 Lessons page is a little different, because the whole point of that page is try to build a following. Right. And, my other page is Cigar Lifestyle, which, if I don't see you smoking any cigars, I don't accept you. I'm like, why are you here? Because my whole page this is about cigars. If you ain't got one cigar post in your picture, why are you following me? But 40 Lessons is a little different. I want a followership and things of that nature. But if you follow 40 Lessons, you clearly see what my life is about and the things that I'm about, so it's not hard. But I think that was good information for people. I mean, people going to do what they're going to do. If I was giving you a 40 lesson moment, it would be have a conversation with your partner.
Definitely.
On what your boundaries are going to be on social media. People have different tolerance. People have different expectations. You need to learn what those expectations are. There are some couples that nothing is going on. Nobody's creeping. Nobody's cheating. They just very private about what they want to go on social media and how. Yeah. And you need to have a conversation on what's safe to put out there and what's not safe to put out there. I know people who don't like to post their kids in no shape, form, or fashion. Right. And they don't want you to post their kids. Right. They wouldn't take pictures with their children. I've been at parties and people move like, oh, no. Oh, yeah. They're like, let me get my child out the way if y'all taking a picture. They don't want that, So you have to talk to people and find out where their comfort level is, and be respectful. If you're in a relationship, if you call yourself being committed, you in a marriage, definitely if you're in a marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Be respectful. I'm always one to say, the less access codes that y'all don't have access to, if y'all sharing all the access codes, it's a lot less likely something is going on when another person can check whenever they want to. Right. That doesn't mean that they doing it all the time, but if there's no secrets among you, if I want to go look, I can go look. Because you have my password to my phone if you wanted to go in my phone.
I do.
Right, so there's no secret there, just to let people know. Talking about I ain't seen your DM.
I mean, I don't go through your stuff.
Right,
I don't believe in doing no.
But I haven't done anything to make you feel like you need to.
And I still wouldn't. I'll ask you.
So, but I'm just saying, people, that what I'm trying to get guys to understand is if everything you're doing is on the up and up, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And there shouldn't be no problem with her having a code to your phone, and there shouldn't be no problem with her knowing the password to the computer or whatever the case may be, or if she needs to get in your Facebook for whatever reason. Those things shouldn't be an issue. So just, be respectful, be truthful, conduct yourself as if your person is present when you're on social media. Conduct yourself as if your person is present, as if they're sitting right there beside you as you making the post or as you looking at the feed. If you wouldn't do it when they were sitting beside you, that's probably not a good thing to do when they're away from you.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so listen, I'm here to help, man. We want your engagement. I know some of y'all are going to disagree. Some of y'all are going to have a comment or whatever. If you like what we talked about today with the social media and relationships, hit us up. Subscribe to the show. Share the show. Give us, if you got some topics you want us to talk about, let us know what those topics are. If we, missing some things, y'all want us to go in deeper on something we already talked about in the previous show, give us that feedback. We open to that. As always, we're produced by Shining Starlet Entertainment. Leek is behind the camera. I'm glad she remembered the show was today and decided to come. You can follow Tori's not here today, but you can follow her at Tori Strick. She takes off from time to time. What can we tell y'all? It's a free show. I cannot make people come to work. But she'll be back next week, I'm sure. As always, you can follow me at 40 Lessons if you want to get at me with any commentary or things of that nature. The show can be found on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Spotify. Please go ahead and select the subscribe button on one of those outlets, and therefore you'll be alerted every time we drop a new episode. As I always tell you, you say it's yours. Let's go get it. I'll see you next week. Peace.